Heads up for people with pools. Toledo has changed the way it charges people for sewer usage by eliminating what's called winter averaging. Utilities leaders say this will lead to some differences on your sewer bill, which is why City Council held a Q&A about this today. Michael Sandlin just left the meeting. Mike, what does getting rid of winter averaging mean for people?
Melissa, winter averaging was a system that would charge you a little more in the winter so you pay less in the summer. So when you're filling up your pool or you're watering your grass, you're not paying an arm and a leg. Well, now the utility is getting rid of that system and they announced their new one today, but it received a mixed reaction inside Council's chambers.
I'm not in a position to be able to afford all those extras.
That was one Toledoan's reaction after learning about these new changes to sewer billing. Worried she might no longer be able to afford to fill her backyard pool in the summer. Councilmember George Saratu says he was surprised too. He says he didn't hear about the changes until 2 months ago, 5 months after they started.
I think they might have glossed over it when they presented this to us, but I think most of us just didn't realize that this would be a significant change, and it will be.
That's why this session was called to order Tuesday, to get to the heart of why the change was needed. Utilities Director Doug Stevens says they got rid of winter averaging to actually make things cheaper for the majority.
We added a low-income discount rate program, and so we maintained our 25% senior discount, and we also included a senior plus low-income discount.
That means low-income people and seniors will now have a 25% discount taken off their bill, and low-income seniors will have 40% of their bill cut off.
And with the number of discounts we already had, adding a low-income discount, there needed to be some level of give back so that the utility could collect the revenue that it needs to operate.
That revenue needed is a whopping $101 million and some change. Director Stevens says with the old fixed-rate system, they were only making about $66 million a year, hemorrhaging profit. But that now means for people who aren't elderly or low income, their sewer bill is going to be pricier come summer.
They're washing their cars, they're filling up the baby pools for their kids. Is the net effect going to be higher sewer charges than what they were paying a year ago?
Yes, the net effect would be higher sewer charges.
And that news didn't sit well with some of the people present, including an employee of the utility.
Because I don't think it was really explained when I went to like a community meeting. It was kind of vague. And I think it may have been vague to everyone here at council also as to what removing winter average was. And I think it is a big benefit.
And this is all coming on the back of a significant debt still owed to the city utility, with $55 to $56 million in unpaid water bills from the COVID era still owed. Director Stevens said they're going to start charging on that coming up in June. Reporting in downtown Toledo, I'm Michael Sandlin, WTOL 11.